If you're planning a trip to Phoenix, I'm going to give you the best restaurants that my husband and I visited when we were there recently, as well as doing a part two on the best sweet things. Welcome to The Peaceful Home. I'm Teresa Elling, if we haven't met. I talk about all things home and family on this channel, and I occasionally do a couple of travel videos just to give you some insight into the places that I go. And if you ever visit, it will give you a heads up on the best things to do and the best things to eat. Now, this summer, 2023, I was in Phoenix for a week. And this part one video will be the best food that I ate. Part two will be the best desserts and sweet things. And part three will be the best things to do in Phoenix. Phoenix is the capital of Arizona, and it is a bustling city. It's bigger than I thought. There are quite a few skyscrapers. The downtown area is busy. There's electric bikes that you can rent to get around. And the food scene is pretty awesome. It would have taken way longer than a week to hit all of these amazing restaurants. In fact, at the end, I'm going to give you a couple of my recommendations of places that I will try when I go back. Let's jump right into it with the best breakfast. That would be Snooze. We went to the downtown location, and the building is so cool. It's 2 stories, so it's very open and airy inside. It looks like a retro diner. They even have customized glassware and plates with this cool atom symbol. And it's just the vibe of the place is very friendly and cheerful. Their menu is amazing. Now, I'm an Eggs Benedict girl, but I actually did not have that on this particular morning, but they have 8 different kinds, which is pretty amazing. I guess I just have to go back. My husband had the classic breakfast: eggs, bacon, hash browns, toast. He was thrilled with that. It's his favorite breakfast, and he said it was excellent. I had a couple of different things. First off, I had their pancake flight. And this is a choice of 3 servings of their pancakes. I got the strawberry, the blueberries and cream, and the pineapple upside down cake. They were amazing. Really delicious, tender, flavorful, a really great choice, and a great way to try several of the kinds they make. Probably my favorite thing there was the bacon. We got an order of their maple glazed pepper bacon, and it was sensational. The last thing I got that I just had to try was one of their breakfast tacos. Now, these aren't very big, so they're a great add-on to whatever you're ordering for breakfast. My taco had scrambled eggs, hash browns, jack cheese, pico de gallo, and green chili hollandaise sauce, and it was delicious. Next, the best sandwich. This was hands down Saks in Phoenix. There are 3 restaurants that are family owned, and they were started by Wanda, who I believe now is in her 90s. Jennifer and Ivan own the Phoenix store, which is where we went. There are also locations in Arcadia and Tempe. And above the Arcadia location is a restaurant that's open for dinner called the Attic Ale House. Apparently their burger is listed as one of the best burgers in the country, and we were so sad that we didn't find out about it until the last day of our trip. But if we go back, we are definitely trying that. Kelsey is the one who helped us, and she showed us all their amazing baked goods. She explained their menu, which has so many things, tons of sandwiches, as well as Italian food, pastas, and specials. One of the specials I got, which was a salad, was delicious. Spinach with grilled chicken, nuts, a sweet dressing, strawberries. It was really tasty. But the sandwiches were definitely my favorite. I got the rare roast beef on a French roll, and one of the things I really loved is they had sprouts. It is so difficult to find a sandwich place that has sprouts, and that is one of my favorite sandwich ingredients. My husband had his usual. He tries out every sandwich place with a ham and turkey, and he said it was delicious. We loved the food. We had chips, iced tea. They also give you a small chocolate chip cookie with each sandwich order. The The chocolate chip cookies are amazing, and they also had a special cookie. Watch for video 2 about desserts and sweets, and I will tell you all about it. We ate in-house, but Saks also offers delivery, which is really convenient. Next would be best atmosphere, and that would be the Farm. This is in Southern Phoenix, and it really has multiple components. It's a very large venue for weddings and other events, and they have 3 restaurants. There's actually 3 different locations for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. The grounds are extensive and beautiful. My husband and I just walked around. You can see some of the farm animals. They grow a lot of their own food, so we walked through the gardens. And there's different spots that would be really nice for a picnic or for a wedding. We just really enjoyed being there. There's tons of shade, which in the summer was very nice. We actually went in the morning and we went for breakfast. My husband had bacon and eggs, fried potatoes, and sourdough toast. I decided to try something different, and I got the loaded Japanese sweet potato. I'm gonna have to read to you the ingredients. House smoked brisket, caramelized onions, honey bacon crumbles, melted cheddar, chimeo aioli, fresh cilantro, pickled red onions, topped with 2 eggs any style. I got fried eggs, and served with noble bread. It was amazing. The flavor combination was just incredible. And it just had the sweet and the salty and the hot and the cool and the spicy and the mild. And it was just phenomenal. So I highly recommend that if you like sweet potatoes. We were actually the first customers of the morning, and we sat out under some trees, and it was just beautiful. Literally hearing birds singing, watching the sunrise, and it was gorgeous. So take a look at the Farm if you're interested in a beautiful location to have a meal. Next is favorite pizza. This was tough because there were several really great pizza places, but my favorite was Pizzeria Bianco. This one stood out to me to try because apparently Jimmy Fallon had the owners on his show to make pizza. It's one of his favorite spots in Phoenix, and I can see why. The pizzas are made from scratch and fired in a wood-burning pizza oven right there in front of you. Pizzeria Bianco is in an old brick building, which I loved. It had beautiful wood beams, and it was just decorated in very much an old world style, beautiful oil paintings, and just the vibe there was really nice, very friendly, kind of like all of your friends coming in for a pizza and a beer. We also had a salad that was delicious, fresh greens and cheese and a delicious dressing. You can't go wrong. The pizza we chose was a classic margarita, and it was amazing. The crust was perfection. Crispy on the edges, doughy and soft in the middle, and the flavors were just superb. Next is the best burger, and I'm going to give you a restaurant burger and a fast food burger. So restaurant burger, our choice is Windsor. We loved this pub style. It looks like an old English tavern. I love the way it was decorated, and it was just a fun place. The food was excellent. We had a wonderful burger, flavorful, just perfect in every way, honestly. French fries were delicious, and we popped next door for ice cream. So I'll tell you about that in the next video. This would be perfect for a date night. Grab a burger, some ice cream, and then go for a walk. There's a beautiful residential section that has some really classic homes, some mid-century modern homes, and we just walked our dinner and dessert off and chatted together, and it was a lovely evening. Now, as far as fast food burgers, we tried Shake Shack, and that is not something that we have here in California, so that was new to us. And while I wasn't super impressed with their shakes, actually, the burger was very good. So for an inexpensive, quick burger, try the Shake Shack. Next is best Mexican food. And this one goes to Cocina Madrigal. And this, of course, means magical kitchen. And we found this restaurant because it actually got the award in 2022 by Yelp as their favorite restaurant in the entire US. Now, that seemed like a really big title, and so we were intrigued. When we went and drove on the outside, it's not even in the best neighborhood. It doesn't look like anything fancy at all, but the food was good. I don't know that I could say it's the best restaurant in the United States, but Yelp chooses this based on their reviews from their customers. And so apparently people love it. Has a very modest interior, but a great menu. I asked our waitress what their top sellers were, and she said the steak tacos and the mushroom enchiladas, which I was so intrigued. So of course that is what I ordered, and they were delicious. If you like mushrooms, the enchilada was full of flavor and packed full of several kinds of mushrooms. The steak taco was phenomenal. My husband also got shredded beef tacos, and he said they were excellent. The best thing about Cocina Madrigal was the guacamole. It was just so flavorful and delicious, and they had really great chips. We had some pico de gallo, and it's actually some of the best guac I think I've ever had. We were pretty stuffed, so we decided to get dessert to go, and they have a Bavarian cream stuffed churro with a custard sauce. And oh my goodness, as soon as we got in the car and tried a couple of bites, we ended up eating the whole thing. If you want to try this place out, it is good food, and at least you can say that you have been to one of the top restaurants in the US. Lastly is my favorite tea house. Now, I actually only went to one, so it automatically becomes my favorite. But I do have a couple that I would try when I go back. The one that I chose to go to, and I invited my aunt, we went to the Spicery, and I'm going to do an entire video on the Spicery afternoon tea. It was really wonderful, and I would highly recommend it. It's in an old house in a historic neighborhood. You can walk around and go to all these different shops. The food was excellent. The service was amazing. And the owner and our waitress even gave us a tour afterwards. I'll cover all of that in that video, but you don't want to miss afternoon tea at the Spicery. If you get a chance to go to Phoenix, here are some of the places we didn't get to, but I did a lot of research to find good recommendations. I already mentioned the Attic Ale House for the best burger. And there were 3 taco places we wanted to try, and there just wasn't enough time. American Taco, Taco Guild, and Joyride Taco House. There's also Joe's Farm Grill. For some reason, everyone says to go in the restroom there. I'm not sure why, but there must be something special in there. Lucy's at the Orchard was recommended for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Matt's for a very basic breakfast. Casa Corazon was very highly rated, and also the Proof Canteen. Boy, I tell you, even by the last day we were trying to get to this place and we just couldn't fit it in. This is inside the Four Seasons, and I heard raves about their pretzel bites that are homemade, and I really wanted to try those. So if anyone has had those, would you let me know in the comments below and tell me if they're worth all the hype? I think that's about it on my list. There were so many places that we went to and so many that we didn't get to. But if you have a favorite spot in Phoenix, I would love to hear about it. Thank you so much for watching, and thanks for joining me on The Peaceful Home. Have a great day.